With a few security interruptions from some folks in the street who look like police officers, we are now ready to go with the DragonCon 2012
and here's
parade.
our marshaling officer leading up the street right now, making sure that the way is clear for all oncoming parade traffic.
I think we're good. I think the road is clear. We are clear, I hope.
Let's hope so at this point.
As usual, Janie Wirtz leads off our parade as the Piper, a tradition she has carried on since the first parade. She's a 25-year staff member, followed by the banners carried by Marilyn and Robert Teague. Marilyn and Robert Teague are also with the convention for 25 years. So Randall, excitement is peaking here. How's your first parade?
You know, it's hot, but it's worth it, I think. It's worth it.
I think it's completely worth it.
That banner right there makes it all worth it.
And speaking of DragonCon, there be dragons. We lead off the parade, obviously, with our dragons.
Lots of dragons right now. And they're definitely not dragging their dragons.
No, they are. They're keeping up a good pace. I don't see any dragon at all.
We even got a little wheel on the tail to prevent dragging.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Clever engineering. Clever engineering.
And the U.S. Colonial Marines are coming up next. That is our color guard from Alien vs. Predator. And remember, kids, when aliens and predators fight, only the audience loses.
The color guard is in fact made up of active duty U.S. military.
They are.
That's fantastic. Now, when you say they're active duty, do we play them as pieces? How does that work?
I think that they're. This is a covert op for them, which is why they wear the uniforms.
It's covert in that they're actively wearing weapons and armor.
I think our pink camo over there is not very concealing.
It would blend in the right environment, I think.
The Hello Kitty panel, she would be invisible.
Exactly.
Oh, and look, someone brought a cat to the alien. Yes, you always win at alien cosplay when you bring a cat. Our sword dancer is here, ladies and gentlemen, as part of leading off the Everything DragonCon. Everything DragonCon is a mix of things that deserve their own attention but don't necessarily fit into a defined category. Is that the
MMIB, the Mini Men in Black?
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
The Mini Men in Black.
They're saving the universe from anything under 4 feet tall.
And skateboarding as well. Is a skateboard, is that Men in Black issue, do you think? Is that
it's too slow to be Men in Black issued. I think he brought his own equipment to work.
How are you?
I was watching the parade, and then I don't remember.
I don't remember what happened. I was watching a parade.
Was the parade good?
Wow, I don't know.
I hear the parade was fantastic.
What's
the parade was
Will
fantastic.
Smith doing these days?
I forgot everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spaceballs, the poster board, brought to you by the same people who brought you Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
Why didn't no one parade group was so big?
Oh, yes.
Is that technically crossplay? I'm confused.
I don't know.
Sleek stats.
I don't really know.
Sleek
Wow, really?
I speak the language.
We've got some,
Full throw dive.
When DragonCon has a parade, he's the only one in it. He is the most interesting that just went down the street.
The Mythbusters guys.
Yeah.
Here to,
And what do we got here? Oh, is the dude abiding?
The dude abides.
The dude abides, ladies and gentlemen. The dude abides. I hope that's just milk.
I don't know. In the direct sun, for as long as this parade lasts, it might be bad by the time he's done.
I like. What were you saying? I'm confused. White Russians are everywhere in my head right now. It's called a Caucasian.
Let's not ask. Don't ask, don't tell. That's a DragonCon policy. If you have to ask what's in the beverage, well, that's actually a smart thing to do before you drink it.
Never drink anything, just something it just hands to you.
Here, what is this? It's green. Well, that's nice.
I'm still trying, okay? I'll get something from you. By the way, I'm from the programming department.
I know.
So I'm not even with the parade.
I know, but I thank you for your support.
Anytime.
All right, so we have got this great group coming up right now.
Yeah.
The marching at Bottomals.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
That correctly?
So they do a lot of sit-ups and crunches and core workout, marching abdominals?
Yeah,
no.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is the P90X portion of the parade, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yes, it is. This will go on for 90 grueling minutes. But this is sort of a marching band from one of the funner levels of Hades, made up of people who got out of high school but never grew up. There's a difference between getting older and growing up.
Which I think is really kind of at the core of DragonCon anyway. That's what we're here to do, is not grow up.
Never gonna grow up. I made in size, but I didn't actually grow. That's the problem. Made of felt and locked into the size, so I'm never gonna grow up.
So here's a question. They are playing a Black Eyed Peas song. So here's the thing. will.i.am gets to call himself will.i.am. Does that mean we have to call him Will He Is?
Will he might? Did he?
When he retires, I think it becomes Will He Was. Or was that Will He
I think it would be Did He.
Did he? Did he?
will.i.am, Did He. I think it becomes Did He.
Where there's a will.i.am, there's a way.i.am.
Did He's a different performer entirely. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading that it's Diddy. Diddy is entirely different.
You know, I'm having an acid flashback right now to Vietnam, but I was born in 1972.
That's a heck of a flashback.
That's what I'm
Very
saying.
impressive.
Did that side say, oh
and
boy?
ladies and gentlemen,
oh boy.
Stan the man.
Stan Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
Stan Lee. Stan Lee's superpower is kicking ass at DragonCon.
It's true.
He looks amazing.
He is they need to bottle Stan Lee and sell him, because I want to be that active when I'm 50.
That's an original edition, Stanley, I'm told.
Oh, is it? Yeah. They took him out of the box.
Condition.
They took him out of the box and played with him.
Mint
What the hell?
condition in the car.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Give it to us. Give it to us, Randall. Give it to us. Go.
Dean Cain, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Cain.
Super Rand, everyone. Dean Cain.
Dean Cain's looking pretty awesome. No one gave him kryptonite. He's in good shape. And the League of Heroes. This is where we get a little DC crossover than most of the comic books, I got to admit.
Do they have a crypto? They have a crypto.
Somebody brought a crypto.
Wow, really?
That is amazing.
Oh, that's
Crypto,
beautiful.
come here. I want to talk to you. Crypto, don't chew on my arm. Oh, God, crypto. Oh, God.
I think, Crispy, have you had your shots? Have you had your shots, Crispy? Let's move on.
Crypto. We'll talk later.
That's a pretty awesome Wolverine. Now in the League of Heroes.
Wrong reference.
Now in the League of Heroes, we also have some of our cardboard heroes.
With stars in their eyes?
I think this is the best use of DC, the 52 reboot, is that you compost it, turn it into cardboard, and make a new costume out of it.
That's
Especially the new Wonder Woman.
Steampunk Poison Ivy looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, check out the wings.
Impressive
Oh my God, that's
impressive wingspan.
You know the nice thing about a cardboard costume? You don't get sunburn.
Oh, we should have cardboard
thought about
costumes
that.
for us.
Yeah, like half an hour ago. Freakazoid!
Doctor Strange.
I think a lot of the doctors here are pretty strange.
All of them. Was that an Elvis Batman? I believe that was.
Nice to see you, Mr. Freeze.
And a hobgoblin, too. They got the whole collection. I've got all these guys on my wall.
Why isn't Crypto carrying Daredevil through the parade? I thought we had ADA requirements here for the blind.
That would make sense. Is Crypto trained?
So actually, can Daredevil actually be considered a service animal?
Did you not see that group that just went by? It was the Coulson Lives group.
Oh, the Coulson Lives. And
Coulson
the Captain America
Lives.
Dancing Girls.
Our ladies
Followed,
in
of
red,
course,
white,
by
and blue.
Captain America. Captain America brought his own opening act. How awesome is that?
Multiple Captain Americas.
And thanks to diversity hire, we have Mrs. Captain America.
I believe that would be
Captain America
MC2.
Fairy?
It's continuity. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It might not be.
Bucky looks pretty hot. Oh wait, it's a female Captain America. Never mind.
Might not be in the 6 foot.
Arm the Middle Earth. Oh wait, that's just Arms of the Middle Earth.
Yeah, Arms of the Middle Earth, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Chris.
Some of our excellent friends there. Excellent friends.
Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And the fight is on.
Someone didn't peace bond the parade.
This would be a dagger here, I imagine.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
Boffer group, I believe, yes. At Boffer group.
Buffer group.
This just fits underneath the Tolkien group. And And after Tolkien is our Kaleidoscope group, which I feel right at home in the Kaleidoscope.
Yes, you do, Randall. Yes, you do.
It's like it was made for you, Randall.
Or I was made for them.
Oh, yeah, we've got some fans. Yeah, the kids behind us are fans. They love some Adventure Time. Thanks for helping out.
The kids are going themselves, and by themselves, obviously, I mean crazy for Adventure Time. Kabuki, the people in parade.
I tried to interview the Kabuki guys a couple of weeks ago. The audio didn't come out at all.
That's a shame. I'm sure they have a lot of insight into the art form.
We got more Kaleidoscope coming up. My Little Pony. My Little Pony, followed by a bunch of 30-year-old men going, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Stormtroopers, this is not the parade group you're looking for.
Well, yeah, he seemed to get a little ahead of the pack. It's the Adidas. It must be the shoes, Morris.
It helps him,
wait,
it helps him
Nike.
move faster.
Yeah,
Runs faster.
it is. It got to be the shoes.
The Legend of the Seeker group coming up next.
You know, that's the thing about here. We keep the stuff going. So even though this TV show is off the air, the world of Terry Goodkind is still in good hands of the fans.
The fans are, fans of this, and
Mort
I'm
Sith,
glad that they
by
still
the
have an avenue.
Props to anybody wearing a Mort Sith costume in Atlanta, September heat. It is boiling down here. Go to the science track and find out about that global warming thing, because I'm experiencing it firsthand. And once again, someone cosplays the ship. Someone actually cosplayed.
Oh, the actual Firefly.
The actual Serenity. It's fantastic.
The Serenity group, the Whedonverse.
Yes.
So is this the Serenity group right now? The Serenity Now group? Serenity Now!
That's a different con.
Different group. When is the Seinfeld group coming?
I don't know.
Sure.
I just got the parade entry just said yada yada yada, so I'm really confused about that.
Yada yada their way through.
And the brown coats were completely prepared for it to rain, because seriously, those coats are very effective at keeping the rain out.
They're only happy when it. Never mind.
All right, the Blues Brothers somehow got their way into the parade.
It's right before the Brit track, so this makes perfect sense.
Of course
I'm
it does.
shaking my head no.
Cop shocks, cop chassis,
Cop tires.
cop tire.
Something on stilts this way comes.
Wow, look at that.
Some folks power skips on the power.
Brit track, ladies and gentlemen.
Who are they? No, really.
Who?
Who are they? That's a bunch of who's right there.
Who's on first?
And second,
Followed by who?
Oh, the Brigadier.
The
Hooray.
Master, the Brigadier. Who? Doctor.
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 Let's do the Time Lord again.
And here's some.
We could do
very
this all day long, kids.
Speaking of Time Lords, look at this group coming up here, coming close to our camera.
Well, okay, why do you
right
have to
behind
put the TARDIS in the back of a car? That's what it's a vehicle. Why do you put a vehicle inside of another vehicle?
Right, you would think it could just.
Is that? Oh no, that's inflatable. It's a spare TARDIS. It's in case the person breaks down.
Fucking Time Lords. I just have to state that as they walk by. I apologize. Holy crap! They even had the Doctor.
And Torchwood, by the way, I just want to make this observation. For a secret organization, by the way, Torchwood, you would have stayed stealth if you had not written Torchwood on the outside of all of your vehicles.
That would, if I was putting together a secret organization, creating a logo would be the last thing that I would want to do.
Yeah,
actually.
really, marketing, having a Facebook fan page, the Twitter account I thought was really over the top. Someone give the Doctor a hand. Oh wait, that's kind of a problem.
It was from an autonomous donor. No one.
Oh, look at the little sleeping Dalek.
Oh, the cutest Dalek I've
so
ever
adorable
seen.
when they exterminate humanity.
Extermination. All right, it's really important, everyone.
Watch your step, sir. Watch your step.
How are ya?
Broken modulator. Don't blink. Please, God, don't blink. Don't blink. Don't blink. Don't blink. You know, you would think she'd stand still for pictures.
Oh, Randall, you've got a friend in the Cybermen.
He's got a friend in me.
Hey, Randall, what's up with that Bluetooth headset he just gave you?
I feel like I must kill the president now. I'll return.
Did we get a Mr. Bean? Wow, Mr. Bean. It's Mr. Bean or George Bush with the British flag. I can't.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
A vintage.
Are we taking
car.
fire? I think we're taking fire.
We are not taking fire. We are not taking fire. This is a thank you to our veterans. A two-man World War II British desert vehicle with gun mount that completely destroys my audio levels.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the awesome.
Coming up next, George Perez.
Everyone, George Perez.
The only man I know who's louder than his shirt collection.
And that's saying something.
That is saying something which I can't hear. Over the gunfire and his shirt. That means up next is G.I. Joe.
I wonder how many Cobras we're gonna have this year. Let's see who won the battle. Who won the fight from last year, Joe or Cobra?
I don't remember, actually. I don't know, and that was half the battle, so I've already lost.
G.I. Joe was originally supposed to be much earlier in the parade, but then they pushed it back.
Oh, they did?
Pushed it back, and then they pushed it back.
Well, now it's in 3D, so that makes it all better.
Yeah, exactly. Really aren't all parades in 3D?
You normally are, unless you're watching it at Worldcon. By the way, a big shout out to the people who are now watching the late broadcast of our parade at Worldcon. This is the first year we are sharing the parade outside of the DragonCon family. We hope you people in Chicago enjoy this and aren't confused by the fact that none of these are your streets.
Can we trade Chicago, the parade, for some of their weather right now?
That would be awesome, actually. And I could actually use a nice Chicago dog. Little peppers on the top, no ketchup.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh,
Can you send a parade across state lines? Is that legal?
Only if it doesn't have any alcohol in it, but since we are all driving legally, we don't have any, right? Good, let's move on. Continuing with the G.I. Joe.
Let me just say, these are real American paraders.
Snake Eyes, a word for the fans. Snake Eyes, word for the fans? And nothing? Okay. Coming up next, the USS Republic, one of our many Star Trek fan groups, based on the Next Generation, which now was the last generation after J.J. Abrams got a hold of the darn thing.
So apparently in here is a Klingon Thundercat. Am I reading this correctly? Klingon Thundercat?
Klingon.
Wait, hold on. Geordi has a service dog.
Yes, Geordi has a service dog. Nicely
That makes
done.
total sense.
That's right. I like the baseball team reference. Very nice.
That's very good.
Riker's got his trombone. Sad trombone Riker. Sad trombone Riker. The problem is the trombone's red and oh my. Oh my indeed.
And pretty soon I believe we're having the historical track, and they're moving just as slow as history right now.
There are a few straggling Klingons just ahead of the
We may
historical
lose
track.
one of the kings in the history track before they even make it to the corner of Peachtree and Baker.
Which one are you banking on?
I don't know. We could lose a wife, though.
Oh,
Any Anne
definitely, lots
Boleyns
of
in the
wives.
audience?
Yeah, we could lose an Anne Boleyn or...
If they're really historically accurate, then I hope that you all have been vaccinated.
And we have Sad Saxophone Pirate Man. It's actually pretty
I took
good.
a lot of vitamin C this morning. I'm not worried about the scurvy. The pirates are coming up later in the parade. You know what? I think that's my saxophone. Why does a pirate have my saxophone?
Why not?
Because he's a pirate, he took it.
Oh, son, he thought it was made of gold.
He stole it from you.
I melted it down from old DragonCon plaques from the Masquerade.
The SCA, Society for Creative Anachronism, recreating
And
the
by the way,
historical
that,
time
by the
period.
way, is green parading right there. No fossil fuels were used in the propelling of that king.
Only slave labor.
Wrong bit.
wrong group. That group
They
is
just
on
walked
mine,
through
sorry.
already.
They just passed us,
Is that
Randall.
the
They
only
just
fight
passed us.
music you
Sorry,
know?
I'm sorry. My money's on the one with the sword.
Wow, is that what poking on Facebook really looks like?
Sweep the leg, sweep the leg.
No, wrong group. And now we have some very confused Disney princesses.
The Disney group coming up next.
Thinking my king never did that.
Orion, tell us your feelings of this group.
Oh, you're trying to throw me under the bus, aren't you, Randall?
Maybe.
The Disney group looks fantastic.
Good answer. Good answer.
For those who don't know, I have seen many Disney costumes. So many you would think that I work very close to them.
You can say that.
We got all
You'll
the
be working
princesses
there
in town. We
tomorrow.
got frogs.
Oh, Chun-Li. Oh, that's Korra. I'm wrong. See?
Yeah, that's nice. Nice job there.
I fail.
Merida, the newest of the Disney girls, already
We've also
in
got
the
a little
parade.
bit of just general animation mixed in here. There's some Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra. Korra. Doctor. Korra.
Doctor. Hey, could some of the airbenders get us a breeze going here? Thank you. That would be lovely.
Bend some air
and
towards us.
turn down the firebenders. Now, I am water bending right now, but I call it sweating. Oh my goodness. This parade is going to be brought to you by Febreze in about 25 minutes when everybody cleans up the costumes. Wow. But these are awesome.
That's the actual reason why people bring so many bottles of vodka into the con.
You mean water?
Well, you mix water and vodka and you spray that on your costumes and it helps get the smell out.
It's like the white vinegar thing, except you're helping the world economy by bringing it from Russia.
This parade has made it. There's an official party rocking group in the parade.
But not only that, but why is Optimus Prime not a vehicle in the parade?
That would be so much easier. Optimus, why walk when you could ride?
And Optimus Prime is in a Ford. What? No.
I'm so shocked.
It's expensive to fill up a transformer, though, with the fuel prices these days.
Energon cubes don't come cheap.
Oh my God.
The Hogwarts school represented.
You know what? I feel like I need a snack. I'm feeling kind of hungry.
Isn't it great that we can go get food anytime we want?
Yeah, it is, actually. You know what? It's an observation we made on DragonCon TV. Isn't the Hunger Games just a really violent version of what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I would learn archery for a Klondike bar.
I would, yeah.
Wait, is that the rule now? You have to learn archery for a Klondike bar?
All right, who are you going to call? Seriously, because I don't have their number, the Ghostbusters. I tried to follow them on Twitter, but that just doesn't work.
My mom on Mother's Day.
Okay, what's up with the Mario and Luigi Ghostbusters? I never got that power
Luigi
up.
is a Ghostbuster. In all actuality, Luigi is a Ghostbuster.
The real ghost hunters of Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen, they are the Ghostbusters.
As always, doing a fantastic job. I have yet to see a ghost here this weekend.
Yeah, good point. Which is that really annoys the paranormal tract. Because the paranormal tract shows up and they got nothing to talk about because the Ghostbusters cleaned it all up Thursday when they checked in the hotel. That is the advantage of staying in one of the host hotels. Because the Ghostbusters do help with a housekeeping staff.
Is that a street authentic Ecto 1?
Yeah.
I'll be back. I don't know how I'm going to push the pedals, but I'll be back.
We'll modify the vehicle so you can drive it, Randall.
You know, the Ghostbusters, I guess, are going into this kind of Dread Pirate Roberts franchising thing, because there's way more of them than there were in the movies.
Oh yeah, they've definitely franchised out. It looks like we're going to have 5 Ecto 1s in this parade.
How can you have 5 of something that's 1? Oh my God, really?
You would think it would be Ecto 1 through 5, as opposed to 5 Ecto 1s.
Really? So that's...
License plate there, right there, says Ecto 10.
Well, that's 2 in binary, but
we have
still.
Ecto 30, I think, all the way. We have 30 of these things. Who's the cat?
You know what? I'm wondering, none of these are hybrids. One of the Ghostbusters is going to go green. You would think that the people who had Slimer would go green. I'm just...
Walter Peck will be very disappointed.
You know, they're really missing out on a great opportunity. No one's cosplaying as the Statue of Liberty right now.
No one wants to remember Ghostbusters 2, though, so let's be honest.
Right, let's just keep the magic of Ghostbusters 1 and ignore 2 ever happened.
Ignore what?
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wheel of Time. I thought they were at the beginning of the parade. Somehow they got to the middle. And they'll probably be at the end as well.
I hope it's able to be finished by the end of the parade.
Well, this was actually supposed to be about a few hundred more participants, but I don't know what happened.
Brian, too soon.
Really?
No, too late. Keep it going. Just roll this one on through.
It's the real time that joke will come back around again. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, saving me from bad humor, Fans for Christ. And this is, again, a mixed group of people who have one thing in common.
Cosplay?
Well, okay, 2 things in common.
Yes.
Geek fandom?
3 things in common. Anyway, they all have a lot of things in common, possibly more than one.
Bipedal?
Several things. We have many weapons. Someone bring me the comfy chair.
The comfy chair? Wait.
Seriously, I'm sitting on the street. Someone please bring me the comfy chair. And the steampunk costumes, by the way, so wonderful because that parasol is now functional.
Oh,
Man,
for some
I could use-
shade.
I could
Oh,
use a
that would be
sun
delightful.
shade. Skeptics coming up next.
I'm not sure they're actually here,
Why are
though.
the Skeptics? You know, they had to put someone in between the Skeptics and the Ghostbusters. And it was the Fans for Christ.
Wait.
You guys can make your own jokes at home.
Yeah, that's...
James Randi cosplayer?
Study hard in school. That's how you get.
No, that's James Randi.
Oh, you're right. He's really good. Good to see you. Excellent.
I think that was the James Randi cosplayer.
No, that was a Charles Darwin cosplayer, although he's changed a bit over the years.
No, it's not going to talk about the James Randi cosplayer coming up here in the car.
James Randi, by the way, also a accomplished stage musician who, I don't know if you know this, designed the special effects for one of Alice Cooper's rock tours. James Randi just gave Randall the thumbs up.
Thumbs up from James Randi. I'm official now.
He's going to give James Randi a high 4.
High four.
You're legit now, Randall. Totally legit.
I'm too cool for us now. I'm out of here. I'm going on tour, baby. Lou Ferrigno is wearing the most unusual pair of pants I've ever seen right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 300 are up behind their exercise hero, Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno is
That's all Lou, baby.
Yeah.
That's all Lou. That car is powered by Lou Ferrigno. Right now, 2 of his lower leg muscles are powering that Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Lou Ferrigno is actually 270 of the 300.
Yes, he is.
So it's legal to sell 6-packs on Sundays now,
Yes,
right?
it is. It is, as a matter of fact. Lou Ferrigno is green with envy for the attention that James Randi is getting ahead of him in the Porsche.
I saw one of the 300 guys earlier kick somebody off the bus,
Really?
and he yelled, "This is Marta!" Too obvious?
I like it, though. It's a
Too
good
easy.
setup. It's well timed. But the thing is, the only problem with the timing on that joke is the MARTA bus won't be here to finish it for another 18 minutes. They're running behind
Oh
schedule.
my God! I'm so excited. I can't ignore this next section coming.
Ignore me.
Ignore me.
Spartans, prepare to sweat under your large voluminous capes.
You know, if you're gonna pick a costume to wear on a day like today,
You might as well pick one that actually isn't.
you might as well wear shorts, and that's
By the
about
way,
it.
those capes are sweat wicking.
They're
they can't-
giant red sham
They
wows.
can't actually wear Under Armour because they don't have any armor to put them under.
What did I do? Oh my God! I told you I'll pay you on Tuesday. I will pay you on Tuesday. I know a guy. It's all right.
I think I just sprained my phalanx.
I don't understand this. It's all Greek to me.
That's just bad. I really should probably see a doctor about that. I'm not saying the joke. I mean, I'm actually concerned.
How are you going to pay them back? They don't have any pockets to keep the money.
Oh, that's a good point. Here's your money. I'm just gonna hold on to it for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, holy crap.
Everyone look to the sky.
How
Is
do you
that a bird?
how do you peace bond the knife juggler?
How's the weather up there?
He's closer to the sun than we are. That means he's probably 124 degrees on the surface.
Next thing, I'm gonna jump up there and he's gonna juggle me instead of a knife.
Wow.
He does actually get 10,000 frequent flyer miles for this parade route.
He does. You know, they're taking this green energy thing way too far.
Sphinx!
Coming up next, the Venture Brothers,
That's right.
who we cannot ignore.
Ignore me!
Ignore me. Oh, I can't.
And this gets us into animation domination. Wait, that's on Fox. This is, Inspector Gadget, look at this. I ordered, that delivery order from Planet Express is just now getting here?
Thank you. I've got a fan. I've got a fan. It's Miss Piggy High Five. Oh, not for me. Oh.
Atlanta. That's where
This
in the world
little piggy
Carmen
went to
Sandiego
market
is.
and got a parade.
That is possibly my favorite sign this year. Homestuck MS Paint Adventures.
Oh, wow, really? Nice. That's gorgeous. Rock steady, really? Nicely done.
And
He's not sorry for rocking steady.
And this next group's got style. GOT. Game of Thrones, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Game of Thrones, which is the reason why none of the windows open in the Hyatt Hotel, although there still are balconies, which is a bit dangerous. Please take the stairs. Do not climb up the side of the building. That's not really a spoiler. That happened in the first episode.
Question for you, Brian. Who's your favorite and only Elder God?
Can I only pick one? I'm sorry?
I was asking who's your favorite and only Elder God?
That would be Cthulhu?
Correct answer. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
And a sweet ride.
I couldn't see him through all of the awesome. If only maybe someone could, move one of those heads out of the way of the Game of Thrones parade. Oh, okay, they took care of that. Now I can see. He's gone mad with power and bought a Miata. That's a midlife crisis.
Is Cthulhu running for president?
Why settle for the lesser of two evils?
When you can have the greatest evil of all. So,
that felt rehearsed.
Netherworld is back, ladies and gentlemen. Someone get the guy without eyes a cane or a dog or something.
Crypto could be a service animal for him.
Actually, I think he had a guide dog at the start of the parade. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe he got a little peckish. Whoa, hello.
Hide, Randall, hide.
Hi. How are you?
I think Randall, felt a little frightened
I
there.
lost my legs once.
Okay, that's large and in charge.
I'm hoping the turn radius on it is good.
So that, I think, is powered by pure evil.
Oh, goodness.
Which is cheaper, I think, today than diesel, but not low sulfur.
That looks like such a big, strong hitch, doesn't it?
Am I the only one that sees him and thinks he's running from the nothing?
Yeah. So I have the B-52s running in my head. Rock monster.
One of the few promises. I can promise you eternal darkness. I can promise you fear. At least I'm honest. Tell the world.
How many presidential candidates do we have? That's 2 so far.
Oh, the zombies are getting a little hungry.
Well,
you want to see snow? You want to see snow? All right, snow!
as a president, he's got a pretty convincing platform. It's pretty solid.
It's part truck.
It's good to be the nightmare here. I can make it snow. We are the creatures of Netherworld Haunted House. Netherworld Haunted House. Oh, my goodness.
This next group's all in my head.
Yeah, they're getting ahead in the parade. Wow, really? They got moves.
Yes.
How much do we owe Sony Music now?
I won't tell them if you don't. And right behind them is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about this.
He should be like really busy right now.
There's actually not a lot of vampires right now. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
That guy's been playing way too much Half-Life. Well, I see not everybody made it out of Hogwarts at the end of that last Harry Potter movie. See, it's a little rough.
It was a rough
All right,
year.
By the way, Sheriff, tell Carl to stay in the house.
Stay in the house, Carl.
Stay in the house, Carl. Stay in the house. You know what? There is an episode of The Walking Dead where Carl stays in the house. It's 4 minutes long.
I always wondered, how long were they on that farm, do you think? You know, time-wise, how many days,
Yeah, I
weeks,
think-
months? And It seemed like a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
How long does it take to recover from a gunshot wound? That doesn't really match up very well in my head.
Not really, no.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hey, give me a hand, Grimes. He's Rick Grimes, bitch.
Tomorrow I'll tell him I got something.
President.
Abraham Lincoln's gonna be mad when he finds out I didn't vote for him.
He'll have a night at the theater and you'll forget all about it.
Yeah. So aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play?
Too soon?
It's right up there with all my Hindenburg material I still can't use.
Up in smoke, right?
Yeah. Boy, the steampunk track really hated that one.
Oh, the humanity.
No, the steampunk track was like, not soon enough. Come on here, dear boy, have a cigar. You're gonna go far.
I didn't think so.
By the way, which one's pink?
That's a good question. He's in blue. I think Pink is a pop singer now, famous from going to R&B to more of a punk style.
Hey everybody, you do some take picture me. Do some, prepare them, check us out.
The Jamaican bobsled team has been hit by the economic effects. It's just down to that one guy. Oh, they're the vampires. They snuck in behind. Somebody go ahead and warn Abraham Lincoln the vampires got behind him.
Tell him not to turn around.
Turn Lincoln around. Send him back here.
Return the Lincoln.
Well, he's stuck in the log jam further up in the parade.
That's a really good Eddie Izzard cosplayer there.
Wow.
Mockingbird Lane. All right, moving on.
I was with you. I apologize.
Hey, man, I could really use one of those umbrellas right now. I'm scorching in the sun.
They'd be making a fortune if they were selling umbrellas right now.
I'm gonna be sunburned on only the left
Hey,
side.
someone
of
get
my
those
head.
vampires. Tell them there's a bloodmobile right behind them.
Wow, really?
No, don't tell them that, Randall.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Randall, that's a terrible idea.
Ladies and
That's a
gentlemen,
terribly amazing idea.
listen to Superman. If you're watching this after the parade on our YouTube channel or in Worldcon Chicago, you won't be able to give blood at DragonCon. However, you can give blood anywhere where blood is being taken, as long as it's done by reputable medical professionals and not one of those vampires.
I tried to give blood once.
How'd that work out?
Obviously it didn't go very well.
No.
No. I have nothing to stick. I already have 2 sticks in me. I've already been stuck recently.
Yeah.
This whole legal debacle. Tattoos. That's really what it boils down to.
Was it really? You know,
Don't ask where I have it.
There's I'm just gonna let's go on. Let's move on from this. Really.
It's on my ankle.
Okay then.
I don't have ankles.
That's one way to get rid of a tattoo.
Dark Hunter.
Fantastic, thank you. Thank you. Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunter. Again, a very popular book series that...
The Dark Hunter marches.
Yes.
Oh, wait, sorry.
And another very popular active fandom that has really kept the franchise moving, I guess.
They have to. They're in order. They have to keep moving.
You can say that they're hiding in the shadows.
Oh.
Really? Yeah. Okay, moving on.
We have a random cardboard box robot. I like it.
I believe that came in like the 4th book in the series.
Yeah. You know what?
Sherilyn Kenyon,
You know what I
random
don't
robot.
understand, actually, guys? Is Mystique. Like, everybody cosplays Mystique. Why don't they just go in normal clothes and say they're Mystique? Because no one would know the difference.
Are you saying that because you're Mystique?
Yes, that's my costume for the masquerade. I shouldn't have given that away.
Oh, you blew it.
But, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, she does a great work playing me.
I'm going to cosplay as Mystique, but tell everyone I'm actually a doppelganger from Dungeons & Dragons.
You could go as a Skrull. Ooh, that would work. Everyone here could be a Skrull. That would be a hell of a masquerade to judge, wouldn't it? 40,000 Skrulls enter, and you're like, oh, really? They're all so good. They look
back.
nothing like
I have
them.
to go enter into the masquerade.
I'll be right back.
Randall, Brian knows too much.
we must kill him.
Did Nick Fury hire you? Because, man, he hired a lot of Skrulls, let's be honest. The screening process there is just terrible.
It's more of a scrolling process.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Yeah, we work in a scroll room.
They were diversity hires.
Are you now, or have you ever been a Skrull?
Yes. Wait, no. What's the correct answer?
You put a turtle on its back. Wait, wrong film. Elven costumers coming up. The Dark Elves are really hard to get up at 10 in the morning, let's be honest.
The Atlanta Sun plays tricks on their infravision.
Yeah. Pretty much it's just, well, it's very hot, and I'm just going to follow you.
They have a -4 to their saving rolls right now, I think.
They do, actually.
And they're at -2 to hit.
Because they're not watching the parade, they're getting a pretty good save against commentary.
That's okay.
Coming up next, the Crusados Fairies.
Right by Dark Elves Fairies. Yes, excellent.
Actually, do you know any of them from the Dark Crystal, Randall?
The one in the pink.
Okay.
I suddenly feel compelled to visit a merch booth.
Really? Coming up next, not the Crusados.
No.
Definitely not the Crusados.
We sure they're not?
Actually, this is still Crusader Fairies. It is.
Suddenly, I don't want to visit a merch booth.
But now the Crusader Fairy group is out of time.
Oh!
Here comes my favorite
You know,
group.
I feel like I've seen this car before. Wait, they got the Mr. Fusion, but they're still using their wheels? That's not canon.
You know, with no power, you can't take that thing over water.
That's a good point. Coming up next, Anne McCaffrey's Worlds.
It's great to be weird. Wait, weird.
We're watching the parade.
Weir Will Rock You? No, that doesn't work.
Who's watching the Weir Watchers? I signed up for Weir Watchers once. Did not drop any weight whatsoever.
Wow, really? Did Weir Watchers give you wings?
They did.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Are you familiar with the program?
With Weir Watchers?
Yeah.
Well, I've only got a couple of points left on today.
Oh, okay.
I can only have one chromatic dragon left.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Do they sell those at Starbucks?
You'd be surprised, man.
Yeah, but they're expensive. Woo!
Just don't order it in a venti.
Oh, wow, really? Coming up next, that. Whatever that is, it's in the parade.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
That's what it is.
But I just don't know what it is. It's
steampunk
might have
airboat
broken down. Oh, wait, there it
hovercraft.
goes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Al Gore wants everyone to drive.
Too soon. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm really writing that one down.
Obviously, this company was not part of the automotive bailout.
Next stop, Detroit.
It's all downhill from here. I hope that thing has brakes.
Speaking of contraptionary devices.
Hey, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by the power of a rented van. Extraordinary contraptions. They're on a float.
They're on a float.
They're on a float, motherfrackers. They're on a float. Fun story about the extraordinary contraptions. The thing that's being carried by people right now was supposed to be on their van. It was rear-ended 2 days before the parade.
Oh.
So they had to co-opt their volunteers to carry the thing made for a vehicle. So hats off to the fans for helping out on that one. It's Steampunk Bane or just a steampunk? I can't tell.
Only then when you have my permission to parade.
I was 2 seconds away from saying, I was taking the breath. I was taking the breath, Ryan. I'm done with you professionally. You walked into my joke. I'm done with you professionally.
You and me, we're through, man. We're through.
Is this Wonder Steam Twins?
I believe it is, which might be the most awesome thing I've
Wonder
ever
Steam
seen.
powers?
Cock of wheel.
Form of glue gun. Shape of something old. Is there another steampunk Fett now? There's 2 of them. There's another steampunk Fett. Well, I mean, he is based on the clone. Boba Fett is clone.
Well, there you go.
So that's okay.
You could clone
Never
him.
mind,
And
I'm okay with that.
Steampunk clones.
You have Darth Von Vader there. That's kind of nice. I like that. It's good. Although I think the Steampunk Stormtroopers are probably more effective than the actual ones, who will be coming up later in the parade. And then they'll kill me. Oh, look, he's got a little steampunk gorilla. He took an iron giant and wrapped it in purple, and now it's a little steampunk monkey. That's awesome. Form of a giant sunshade and a refreshing tropical drink, because I'm sweating. Hey, why don't you turn into a bucket of water? I really need to clean up right now.
And just like that, a dog with a barrel of brandy showed up. Good job, Brian.
Oh, nice. Hey.
We've been saved.
Oh, wait, no, he's walking away. No, come back.
Wasn't it?
Well, he doesn't have a license, so he can't actually sell the alcohol.
No ABC card.
No.
This alcoholic drink brought to you by the letters ABC.
I suffer from my art.
Warp speed.
You know, that's actually kind of awesome, because if that car breaks down, those women can totally fix it. Are those metric or... Oh, no, it's steampunk. They're Imperial units. Never mind.
Right, they haven't converted yet.
They're not French.
Oh, here, the time machine was in the front of that costume contest last night.
The time
It made me
machine.
stop in my tracks.
It was awesome. It'll be coming up just after this group. The time machine up ahead, based on the Jules Verne or H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells. I've been in the sun too long. I'm sorry. Jules Verne goes under the water. H.G. Wells. No. Anyway. So point being, that is made from a recycled satellite dish. And laundry baskets.
That
he
is
cut out
amazing.
the corners of laundry baskets, the woven parts, and attached them to a satellite dish to make the back for the time machine.
That is fantastic.
It entered the costume contest last night, but did not win because I think it's technically considered a vehicle, so it's more apt for this environment. And the thing is, he's making this parade go on a really long time.
Really? I thought the parade ended already.
Oh yeah, well, you would think that.
Atlanta's own remnant group. Who let the cats out?
What?
Is it weird that I'm salivating right now? I'm part puppet after all.
So
I'm
Randall,
not going to ask which part.
Randall, you're a fan of the bagpipes? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's a safe answer. If someone gave me a kitten.
Some awesome mashup costumes right there, kids.
Fantastic.
And soon we'll be getting into the anime and manga track.
Did you say manga?
Manga. Tomato.
I love spaghetti.
All right. And the Power Rangers following
There
Mark
he
5.
goes, there with the racer.
Whoa. Baby.
Is the Mach 5 also running for President of the United States of America?
No, it's not.
I had a lump in my throat there.
Although it is part of a powerful lobbying group for fuel subsidies.
And also bumper-mounted saw blades.
Do you know how expensive it is to run a race around the world? I'm just saying.
Speaking of extraordinary mashups, this section is about pirates and flying spaghetti monster.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
With a little marinara sauce.
That was less guilt.
I saw the flying spaghetti monster earlier today having tea out of Russell's teapot.
Ah,
really?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
See, for the longest time, I thought FSM was another one of those sports networks, like from the Midwest. Turns out I was wrong.
Like a ESPN 6 or so.
Yeah, exactly. ESPN 8. The Ocho.
The Ocho.
The joke that never dies nor gets old.
I never even saw that movie and I know that joke. That's how pervasive it is.
Our captain.
20 years.
Oh, captain.
Oh, captain, their captain.
As you wish, Brian. As you wish.
Wow, nicely done. That's nice.
Jack is really only captain in the first movie, and for not for very long. He doesn't. Does he ever end up as a captain?
It's kind of like Captain Kirk. He keeps getting promoted, demoted, promoted, demoted, promoted, demoted.
All right, I guess the parade's over. You guys have a good one.
Well, here's
Randall,
the thing.
get back here.
Don't say if you're cosplaying Wesley, don't say as you wish when you come to the Toronto Peachtree and Baker for the parade, because it's a downhill slope, and they'll just push you over
and you'll
let you
roll.
That's a little too accurate. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be boarded.
Yar.
No, I'm having a great time. This is really fun. Oh,
no,
boarded. Oh,
yes.
All right.
Not because our building's been shut down.
The
but
original
because
planking cosplayers.
Are we port side?
you know they saved a lot of money by
seats. Court side. Oh, port side.
yeah.
Port side.
They saved a lot of money on that trailer by stealing all of the parts. Actually, I think that's my license plate on the back. I need to go check where my truck's parked.
The gaming crew.
Oh yes.
Oddly enough, no Dovahkiin.
But this parade is free to play. If you bought a badge for DragonCon.
We always have to buy the initial game.
Yes, you do, actually.
I was in parades quite often, but then I took an arrow to the knee, and I wasn't
really?
able to.
That's tragic. All right, so we're still in the video game section of our DragonCon parade. This is Brian Richardson again. What I want to do is let you know we had some technical difficulties during the recording of the original audio during the parade. So I'm just going to be joining you through the remainder of the event to give you some highlights on the costumes you're seeing. Of course, you'll recognize a few of the BioShock costumes making their way through our video game group. And they're fairly impressive, along with a wide selection of video game costumes. Some of them are extremely detailed, like this scary guy menacing our puppet Randall. That was just kind of rude. You also see some more whimsical things, like if you'll notice off to the left, our Tetris group. Oh, they love to get together. They're taking their time. They're apparently not rushing through the parade. I swear, really, that joke killed on the first one. I'm sorry that it didn't get a good response on the re-recording. That's what you get to remaster stuff. We'll discuss that with George Lucas if he appears later in the parade. One of my favorite variations, by the way, coming up. Center frame, that is, moving to the right, Mario Gear Solid. I'm just going to say that again. Mario Gear Solid. So we're going to move on through the remainder of our group, getting into some Mortal Kombat and Halo costuming. Mortal Kombat, of course, doing cool things off my camera frame. That's unfortunate. But I do want to mention the Halo costume group. They have had an incredible representation since the game started.
And DragonCon has some extremely high-quality Halo armor that's been coming out. I mean, we're just up to the rafters with Master Chiefs, but this is some really impressive stuff. If you can't see the detail in the parade, then I hope you can find some of the pictures of our costumes online. Most people stick with the original game concepts. Of course, our friend here, most people call her Halo Kitty. I'm going to go with Mistress Chief. I think it's a little bit more progressive, maybe. And we're going to move from Halo into Dragon Age. Again, we do have sort of a cap on the size of participants in the parade, somewhere around 3,000. So our MMO group is not as massive as they want it to be. We do have to limit attendance in the parade because even at our number of just over 3,000 participants, we have the largest parade in Atlanta. My understanding is that we had to cap it so that we didn't have to get a change in the permitting laws. But our group's having a good time showing off their costumes to the crowd. N7 Elite are in behind them. Moving through a few more video games here. We've got a little bit of a Portal reference coming up on the right. I think that's Commander Shepard from Mass Effect, stumbling through after a confusing ending. And now we're getting into our BSG fandom. Battlestar Galactica was popular at DragonCon before the reboot, and it's just amazing afterwards. Aaron Douglas is here. He actually doesn't come as a guest anymore. Aaron Douglas just comes to the convention to have a good time. And off to the side, that is not actually somebody cosplaying Aaron Douglas. That's just a hungover guy in a BSG costume. Our Commander Adama with our President Rosalind over to the left. He's actually pretty amazing. Hopefully in the background audio you can hear him doing the So Say We All speech. He does that very well. He's done in a couple of costume contests at DragonCon. And the apes are on the way. Lost Mandalorian, who's not quite sure where the Star Wars group is. And a group of, sorry, I can't make this up, zombie Cub Scouts. That's right, I'm going to say it again, zombie Cub Scouts. Who apparently just tried to attack one of our puppets. This, by the way, is not how I remember scouting. Coming up next, there are just way too many people running for president this year. Although, is this a person running for president? That's kind of a hard thing to say. In 2008, DragonCon had its appearance of Mitt Zombie, one of our original Green candidates, and we thought he was the only politician you would see with 2 lifetimes of experience. And apparently we were dead wrong. Because here comes a zombie for president. Mitt Zombie, pretty much a grassroots campaign, because zombies know a lot about grass and roots. A-Zombie seems to be bringing a much firmer support. He seems to have some stiff competition from Mitt Zombie in the 2012 November election. We will have to see how this plays out for A-Zombie. All right, coming up next, the periodic table of elements. I think this is one of the most clever things we have in the parade every year. It's a group. They select one person to represent each one of the elements in the periodic table. This is how we get science represented on the streets with our science fiction. I, by the way, hope these jokes aren't boron. And the Type 1 elements, by the way, as someone who's taken a lot of chemistry, are my least favorites. They seem extremely negative. But they are eager to bond with you here at this convention. You'll notice there's some very clever representations. Again, the costume just has to have some sort of representation of the actual element. So you see this guy on the left, he's got the map of his element stuck to his helmet. Other people a little bit more subtle. Carbon, I think, is wearing a full black dress. Aluminum is wearing an aluminum dress. Iron Man is iron, of course. There's a thorium coming up pretty soon, an actual Thor. Yum. I think hydrogen was a pretty simple costume to put together. And by the way, coming up towards the rear of this cavalcade of science, you're going to see my favorite of the whole thing. Well, there's Copper. Copper was pretty good. I got to appreciate Copper there. However, Calcium coming up, forming the rear is nice because he actually has a "Have you seen this element?" poster on the back of his milk carton. And now we start our Star Wars portion of the parade, always popular, with our vehicle. Yeah, the vehicles that we're going to see are modified cars that are homages to people's favorite Rebel fighters. If you'll notice that many of these have astromech droids mounted in the trunk or on the roof. The Star Wars costumes coming up after our last vehicle are actually our cardboard troopers. Something that was started a few years ago. It's expanded into its own Cardboard Con, which is a convention in Atlanta, and again, not making this up, dedicated to people who turn cardboard boxes into costumes. The cardboard troopers were pretty interesting invention here. And we've got our Mon Calamari with a tarp. That's a dyslexic Mon Calamari. We call him a Nom Calamari, actually. C-3PO. There used to be a Wookiee. The Box of Fett is what you're going to see moving from the right to left of the frame. Getting into our first group of Jedi. And one of our better George Lucas cosplayers here is so good that 27 participants threw tomatoes at him for the making of Episode 2. He will actually show up later and recut this entire parade. He will replace my voice with an overdubbed Jamaican and change out all the Dothraki to radios. And the Mandalorians are up. And our Mandalorian group is, well, there's a lot of Mandalorians. The Mercs group is really popular here at DragonCon. There are a lot of variations of the costume. Some of them are taking ideas from the expanded universe, some from the original Boba Fett, some from Jango, and some from the Clone Wars, especially the 5th season, which heavily features the Mandalorians. You see a lot of original weapon design and interpretation of the costume. Now we get into the Rebel group, and there's more variety in these costumes. So you get some of our fighter pilots, you get some Jedi mixed in. Some people actually pull out the Padme dresses from the prequels and do some really good work. In fact, there was a costume contest entry Friday night that was based on artwork that was never used for the film. A few Slave Leias here. That's a great costume to wear in the Atlanta heat because, wow, there's not a lot of clothing, so you kind of cool off very quickly. And DragonCon does feature every year the Slave Leia photo shoot. All the Slave Leias at the convention get together in one space. Coming up next, we have our, well, it's Troopers in the Kilt. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's a trooper, and he or she is wearing a kilt. Most of the time, the troopers don't vary much from the original design, save our box troopers. However, the 501st, have some pretty strict standards for their costuming with the troopers. They try to stay as true as possible to the original movie without, violating any Lucasfilm copyrights. The troopers in the kilts are one of the more consistent variations we see at con. Plus, it's breezy in the summer weather. The 501st also features a few of the lesser-known armored troopers, including this guy with kind of a salad bowl head. You normally see him pulling on levers blowing up planets on the Death Star. The Jawas and the Tusken Raiders, good choices for summer weather, by the way. And again, because we had to cap the size of the parade, there are much fewer Stormtroopers than we've had in years past. I think the past parades we've had 150 Stormtroopers to 200. Some of the photos from that are just amazing. And coming up after the 501st is our drum corps, which means we are at the end of the DragonCon 2012 parade. We're going to let you view a few more images of the parade as I cut out of the commentary. So for friends Ryan and Randall who helped out with the earlier commentary, my name is Brian. Make sure to check out more information about DragonCon at dragoncon.org. You can also look for our videos on the Video DragonCon YouTube channel, where you'll find this parade, plus a number of other highlights from DragonCon's present and past. Enjoy the show and have yourself a good time.